going to rewrite retail history.
The video game is expected to have bigger first-day revenues than any movie has ever had an opening day at the box office.
Amazing.
It's exhilarating, man. It's an experience. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I bought Halo as soon as it came out, man. I was hooked. Halo, Halo, Halo tree, Halo tree, Halo tree.
What's going on? How long have you guys been standing out here for?
5 o'clock. 5 p.m. 5 p.m.
Today?
Yeah,
You come here just for this event?
Yeah, I came here just for this event.
They don't have this in Chicago?
They do, but it's not this. You come here for the experience. This is like, you know, my father went to Woodstock. This is our Woodstock of a generation.
You are the culmination of 1,000 lifetimes of planning.
Planning for what?
You know, one of the real conversations of this first season is the conversation between John, the human, and Master Chief, the warrior, right? I knew there was going to be a lot of feelings around it. I knew there was going to be a lot of opinions around it, and that's all just part of the fun. And I'm just happy for everyone to get to see it.
Snake, are you okay? Snake?
G'day guys, well here we are again, on the cusp of watching the new season of the Halo show splat all over our screens like a pelican shit on a car windshield. Many of you will be aware of my feelings towards the Halo show already, but for those of you who are new to the harbour, I've made no secret of those feelings. In short, Season 1 of Halo was a soulless cash grab that debauched a much-loved franchise in a hollow attempt to capitalise on the iconography of Halo to peddle a new streaming service. And that's me being super polite.
Your inability to safeguard Halo was a colossal failure.
From the total lack of respect for the pre-existing lore, through the blatant diversity hires whose stories had no bearing on the plot, to the absolute character assassination of the Master Chief. The first season was, at best, a poorly executed mess that should have been thrown in the discount bin alongside countless other video game adaptation missteps. And at worst, a project so lacking in respect for the fandom that had cultivated the series for 20 years that it all but sacrificed the Master Chief on the altar of corporate greed, blaming long-term fans for the poor reception of the show, while hiding behind the banner of the Silver Timeline as if it was some sort of shield from poor writing.
The Council decided to have you hung by your entrails and your corpse paraded through the city. But ultimately, the terms of your execution are up to me.
While there were those that enjoyed the show, somehow, the core fandom that had been waiting for a live-action Halo since 2008 were not impressed with what they saw. And those that were initially quickly soured on the series as it progressed.
Pretty much.
By fan consensus, Halo was a massive misfire, a waste of time and money, but ultimately an insult to long-time Halo fans.
I offer no forgiveness of other sins cast to his son.
However, that didn't seem to be the feeling at CBS, Paramount and Showtime, who greenlit Season 2 before the first season even aired.
Say what?
And now we've had our first look at that Season 2. So, what are we dealing with here? Let's find out.
So check your mouths, find your chairs, and get set for a combat drop.
Look, it would be easy to go into this guns blazing given how bloody terrible Season 1 was.
Where's the trigger? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the trigger? Where is it? Where is it?
But I will not have it said that the working Jellyfish refuses to do his due diligence before eviscerating a show in place. So it's only fair that we give CBS, Paramount, Showtime the benefit of the doubt when watching the trailer.
And the prophets learn of this, that they will take your head.
So despite our bias, let's try to remain as objective as we can.
You deserve the truth.
Oh, for fuck's sake, the first shot of the trailer is Jimmy Rings without his fucking helmet on. Are they taking the piss? You know what? If I have to endure another season of Pablo Schreiber's smug face, I'm gonna fucking... Sorry about that. Turns out I still got a bit of Season 1 PTSD. Turns out it doesn't go away.
How you doing?
Let's try that again. I see Not Johnson will still be playing Captain Keyes. Oh, the Booty Bunny is back for Season 2, as is Vanek.
Correct.
And they've either recast Miranda Super Nerd Keyes, or this is another new character who likely will add nothing to the plot.
Also correct.
Oh my god. Is that actually the Covenant? depicted correctly, a superior and overwhelming force, with an elite not being used as a joke.
So these are the aliens. Ugly bastards.
Shot in darkness to actually look scary. Are there Paramount spies watching my channel?
And say what you will about Forward Unto Dawn, at least they realised that they needed to keep the elites in darkness so they didn't look ridiculous in broad daylight.
Well, credit where credit is due, the Covenant are looking like what they should have looked like in Season 1.
It took you long enough.
And what the fuck have they done to Cortana?
Again.
And apparently this dude's playing Colonel Ackerson. My first thought is it looks a bit young to be playing a colonel, but then again that didn't stop them doing that sort of stuff in Season 1, so I guess we'll wait and see. Although I can't wait to see what melodrama he gets up to with Catherine Halsey. Okay, so parking my subjectivity on the matter, if I had not seen Season 1 and just watched this trailer, as a long-standing Halo fan, I might even be excited for the show. One of my biggest criticisms from Season 1 was the Covenant, or the complete lack of context around them and the Human Covenant War. While not the focus of Halo's story, the Human Covenant War is an essential piece of Halo's world building. Season 1 suffered tremendously for not establishing the Covenant as the series antagonists, and for not defining the current state of the galaxy and the war raging within. Without it, there were no real stakes for the story, and certainly not on the scale that Halo fans have come to expect.
I need her removed before she rouses the rabble.
It also made the various side quests absolutely tedious because they didn't feed into a larger narrative, ultimately meaning that the side plots lacked weight and were just drama for the sake of drama.
What do you want from me?
Drama queen.
So at a glance, it appears Paramount has at least course-corrected that much. Speaking of the problems of Season 1, did anyone else notice the distinct lack of everyone's favourite character? No Panda Bait Quan Ha in sight. How very interesting. I know we can't judge a show based off one trailer, but as I said, if I'd watched this as a Halo fan, having not been subjected to Season 1, I might be excited. However, Season 1 was not a free hit out. Not for Halo. Not for what was once the most iconic video gaming franchise of this era. And getting the basics of the Covenant right now, after fundamentally mishandling them in Season 1, should not be so quickly forgiven.
The weight of your heresy will stay your feet, and you shall be left behind.
I know that a lot of modern entertainment can be fickle and people are forgiving between seasons, but just because real-world time has passed does not mean that Season 1 is ever going to disappear. Further to that point, didn't Master Cheeks die at the end of Season 1? I can't wait to see how the writers are going to unplug that particular plot hole. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I'd be completely okay with Chief waking up from cryosleep at the start of the new season and confiding in Cortana that he had a really bad dream. Clean slate, second chance, go on. But as it stands, Season 2 has a lot of baggage to carry from Season 1. Fans of the show will turn up regardless because they enjoyed the first season, but that's never been this show's problem. Halo Season 2 has a massive hill to climb in terms of recapturing what should be their target audience, the core fandom of Halo.
Will it live, Oracle? Can it be saved?
For me, it's probably too little too late, and the only saving grace at this point is the show is set within the Silver timeline, where it can't poison the main canon.
Amen.
Even if it is dragging the name Halo through the mud as it does so. I'll watch the show out of morbid curiosity like I did with Season 1, so stand by for that, but at least I'm fully prepared for the dumpster fire to come this time around. But there is always a chance that I might be pleasantly surprised.
But I doubt it.
While I don't believe the sins of Season 1 should be so easily forgotten or forgiven, I am a big advocate of redemption arcs. And if CBS Showtime have learned their lesson, then they deserve at least a tertiary glance.
This armor suits you, but it cannot hide that mark. Nothing ever will.
In the interim, thanks to all our new submarine captains that have chosen to moor their subs in my sheltered harbour. Your timing is impeccable and you will be an important asset in the war to come.
As per the winter contingency, we are countering on every front.
The growth of my channel over the last few months has been absolutely incredible, and I have you to thank for it. Apologies for the delay in getting this one out, guys. I spent the last couple of weeks drifting through the seas of Japan, and as it turns out, Jellyfish is a bit of a delicacy over there. I barely escaped with my life. But remember, I'm just a brainless lump, who's committed to ensuring Paramount is held to account when it comes to their Halo series.
I have a job to do.
Hooroo, my friend.